All right, welcome back to what I like to call expPOE. This is a journal series exploring the game of Path of Exile 2. Currently exploring the game with my level 71 Witch Hunter Mercenary. Being a little more formal, I got a little introduction going on, a little bit more sequential so we can keep track of stuff. In the last episode, we explored projectile acceleration and deacceleration. Realized we didn't really care about either of them. Definitely check out that episode if you haven't seen it. In the last episode, we also sifted through a ton of just hot garbage. We were looking to upgrade our armor, our boots, our belt. We didn't find anything. Gloves. Yep. A ton of hot garbage. But we did find what we liked and what we didn't like. Ooh. So that was nice. And yeah, since then we made a couple upgrades. We've upgraded our armor, changed out a lot of our weapons. We removed the acceleration, deacceleration completely. We'll walk through some of that. All the upgrades when I'm done with this mapping. But the upgrades have felt good. We've also upgraded the armor. We changed out the boots. I don't even know if the armor was an upgrade, if I'm being honest. I love the blink, you know. The blink was really an S tier item. It's too bad it didn't have that much in stats. Not enough res, not enough armor altogether, so tough to keep. But I say, I don't know if it was an upgrade to switch over to this, even though I have a lot more defense and armor with this piece of armor. The movability with that just felt so good. I've replaced my boots, Sag. I sold my boots for 20 Exalted. We'll look at my sales after kind of I go back, but I've swapped over to these for now because I wasn't able to run the boots. It ironic, kind of sucks. I can actually run it now because I found a new amulet. We'll go through all the upgrades in a minute, but I found a new amulet that would let me wear it. Anyways, got rid of it, swapped over to those because I like the phasing it gives me. Maybe I don't need it. I don't know. I like it for now. Looking for new boots in this. Yeah, looking for new boots. That's what I want. I want new boots. I'm sad I had to sell my other ones. I mean, I didn't have to sell it, but I did sell it. I sold it for 20, and I think I could have probably sold it for 50 or more. That was probably like a god tier. I knew it. God. Feels bad getting rid of it at the same time, you know. It's not the best boots for me. It had energy shield, which is cool. You know, I guess it was cool. But it wasn't the strongest pair of boots. But the stats on them were insane. Yeah, I also upgraded my bow, my crossbow. So we're rocking a new crossbow. That's why this feels a little bit heftier here. We got more damage. Huge upgrade, in fact, actually. Last crossbow I had, I think it barely hit 5k. Now my crossbow shot is at 7k. Pretty good stuff. I think a part of it is I've swapped a little bit of my passive nodes to support that, just a few. But yeah, I have a micro goal of reaching. I want to see if. Oh shit! Look at that. 8,000 if I swap. That's great. Does this go? It's only my basic. Does this not go up? Anyways, what was I saying? Upgraded my crossbow. I sold my old crossbow for 10 exalts. Swapped over to this one. Got a big boost in DPS. Yeah. We still want to build a new crossbow. So, in my vault, which if we find some more crossbows today, probably not though. I'm almost full there. I want to go through every crossbow and use my augments, use my regal. I want to spend money. I want to spend money. I got a ton of money and I'm looking to spend it. Not a crazy amount of money, but speaking of money, there's an exalted. The game wants me to do it too. But yeah, I mean, what else are you going to use the exalted for, right? You're just going to create wealth to create wealth. I think we got to spend some stuff. So we'll be doing that. I do have another small goal of trying to get 100 Divine Orbs. We're going to do this through our trading, our selling. We're going to have items. After this run here, we're going to look at just what I've sold through history, and then we're going to do that pretty much for my documentation. I did go through my last video and I had a good time kind of watching it and seeing what I did and see if there's any improvements that I can have. I like to keep track of economy too, so I'm probably going to be trying to do that here. Part of what I enjoy in the game is selling and finding cool gear and trying to price it correctly. So we'll be going through some of my sales and kind of how I set up my shop. Probably underpriced on a few items, like especially the boots. Oh my god, I'm sick over it because I really love those boots. But you know what? Someone out there is having a good time with those boots, and good for you. You gotta find some new ones. I got 20 exalts for that. Also sold a bunch of waste stones. When I first started, I think this morning I was at like, I wrote it down. I wrote down my count. Give me a second. Let me grab counter that I had here. Okay, here we go. So here was my count. When I first started this morning, I was at 68 regals, 111 exalted, 18 alchemy, and then only 2 divine orbs. I found those 2 divine orbs, so I didn't buy them. I think divine orbs are going for about 180 to 200 exalted. So just to kind of reference that, I don't even have enough exalted for another divine orb. But I think it's a fun little sub goal. Another sub goal is try to get to level 99, dude. I'm dying a lot. Especially over here, man. I die a lot. So getting there is pretty tough. I don't know how I got so high level on my last character. Especially with all the old mechanics, too. Alright, I fought this guy before. Let's hope I can do it again. Uh-oh. What do I do here? Get in the corners? It's the corners, okay. Oh shit. Uh-oh, here we go. Alright, we're doing alright. Oh, get in the corner, get in the corner. There we go. Keep firing, keep firing. Almost there, almost there. Here we go. There we go. Easy peasy. My high velocity shot has been pretty clutch. I have enjoyed it. Oh, dude, this was an easy map. We might have time for one more map. Only been at it for 10 minutes, dude. That was a short map. Might have time for one more map. But that was our benchmark. I want to start each episode with kind of a benchmark on our power. in case we make any changes, so I can make a comparison of where I started and where we ended, you know, when I review videos, and see which of the changes made an effect on my gameplay. Throw that in there. Put some more armors in here. We'll store these. Here's our currency going right now, 130. 19 chaos. We found 2 alchemy orbs, so we have 21 alchemy now. We're at 73 regal orbs. Pretty good stuff. We found this most recently. Bramble Rosary Solar Amulet. What's attractive on here is the increased maximum life, increased rarity of items found, 10 to all attributes, 28 to strength. Life regen is whatever, 31 to spirit. It's whatever. I'm not using all my spirit, so the plus 31, I mean, it's negligible, right? I gotta redo my skills so I can use more spirit. But we also need to find another of these jeweler's orb, greater jeweler orb, because I want to improve my skills so that way I can utilize another gem for the spirit. We swapped out this one. We don't need the melee skills. 27 increased rarity is super nice. Evasion rating is super nice. Strength is super nice. Maximum mana, don't care about. 6 to all attributes is fine. It's nice. It's nice. This is a nice amulet. I don't know how much I can get for this. I'm gonna put it up for a ridiculous price. We'll probably put it up for 50. No, 50 might be ridiculous. But I mean, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell, right? We'll put it up for 50. Put it up for 50. Let's see if we can store this unique. We can't store this unique. Oh, I found out what that thing is for. Last episode, I was wondering what this was for. It's for these things. The precursor tablet. So you drop a little precursor tablet in here after you drop a waystone. And it affects the place you go to. So we don't need these. We can keep this in our bucket because I want to use this eventually. Maybe not. We can just throw this over here, right? Can I upgrade these? Are these upgradable? Are these upgradable? Oh, shoot, they are. Wow. Oh, dang. Another one? Oh, wow. Crazy. So it's not bad to have these Orb of Transmutations just to upgrade some of the tablets, right? Okay, cool. We'll upgrade the other tablets as well. Just looking at my list of stuff to do here. Just want to make sure I'm hitting my things. Yep. Hit the benchmark. Ran through some upgrades. Let's look at our past sales. So let's review just the past sales that we've done. Managing the shop. Inscribe Ultimatum for an Exalted Orb. Maybe we can sell that for 2 next time we get one, but we're probably not going to get one at level 40 again. But I want another... We got to find more. Well, we don't got to, but it's nice. Exalted Orb, it's on our way. Armor for an Exalted Orb. This was some random piece that we found. I think they probably bought it for the 79 to 144 thorns. It's only a T2 though. But it rolled just really well. We got mitts here, sold for an augmented, very cheap. Couple waystones here. Here was the crossbow that I sold. Level 45 crossbow. It was strong. It took me through a lot. But there's a lot of things that I don't like around here. Increase effect of fully broken armor. Bonded. What was that? Where did that bonded come from? Modifier runes or idols are available only to players who have allocated the Shaman's Wisdom of the Magus Ascendancy notable. Maybe that's why it was 10. Someone bought it for 10, dude. I probably could have sold it for more, dude. Probably could have sold it for more again. But it's okay. I mean, our upgrade is a better upgrade. We did spend 10 to grab this, a greater iron rune. Dude, these things are expensive. I had one in my stash already. This one came with 2. Maybe that's why people were willing to buy this at 10. Sold it for cheap, dirt cheap, now that I'm thinking about it, right? Especially if I'm putting greater iron runes in there. These things are 11. I bought it for 11. There's 2 of them in there. So yeah, someone's running around with this really nice crossbow. But at the end of the day, this is a better crossbow. At least for my purposes. It's a stronger crossbow. Maybe not better, stronger. This one came with... The only thing I'll probably miss is the critical hit chance. All that add to physical damage, I've gotten it back here. Right. Dexterity is okay. Life per enemy killed is also very small and okay. This is still very upgradable. It's just the best I got in slot right now. Another thing that I sold were these boots. My coveted boots. Dual res, plus life, plus evasion, plus movement speed. Super nice. Super duper nice. Plus maximum energy shield too. Plus just super nice boots. 20 exalted orbs were probably too cheap. Yeah, those were my 2 big sells. A bunch of waystones again. I just had so many waystones that I just needed to get rid of. Let's look at my shop. Just got a bunch of randoms. I'm thinking of honestly removing these randoms once I'm done with this set. I'm just like picking up random stuff and then I'll put it up here and I don't even look at it. And then when they don't sell, I'll put them over here. And then if they really don't sell, I'll put them on this side. And then once they really don't sell, then I cash them. But that process is so long, you know, and it makes me pick up a lot of hot garbage, like really hot garbage. So I think I want to start being a little bit more selective with what goes into my shop. You know, I mean, it's always much better to sell a 50 than it is to sell 51s, right? It's just faster. Wealth improves a lot faster and you're able to move things a lot better. So probably after this, we're going to tighten up here. Just really be selective with what we put into the shop. Dude, this is... Why isn't somebody buying this? This isn't good. Dude, +3 to level to all projectiles. That's great. Plus IAS. That's freaking great. Plus room to grow. You can roll on this. I'm only asking 1 exalt, dude. That's crazy. That is crazy. Nobody wants to roll this? You are tripping. If I was 45, dude, this would be my #1 weapon right now. For 1 exalt, man, I'm even gonna put this up for 2 exalt orbs. Because it's so good. Anyways. Okay. Let's run through. Let's look at my crossbow cache. Almost done here. Once we're done here, we're gonna go through every single one of them in an episode. And then we're going to decide which crossbow is best for me. And we're going to upgrade them and we're going to throw them away. And as soon as we get, we're looking for the perfect. So as soon as we get something that we don't want, tossing them, changing it out. But we're going to go through it, right? It's easier to just collect it here and then do it all at once than to slow my game down. I'd rather just pick up and go. Yeah. Let's do a map. We'll do one more map and then we'll call it. Those are my upgrades, just kind of a benchmark check in. Let's look at the passive tree. I got 2 more ascendancy skills. which was nice because, dude, doing those things is a pain in the butt. I got to do this thing 2 more times so I can get my 8. I think that's pretty good. Here's my tree. Looking at my tree, the last node that I entered once I hit 71, I picked up this one, bleeding damage. So I finished up this. I have these 2 complete. Not sure where to go next. Probably just going to increase my damage. Might go into this, if I'm being honest. I'm enjoying the high velocity rounds. Right. It's just very strong. I even took off the double barrel so that way I can just increase my damage. I wanted to make it so that that was my main source of boss killing, maximum bleed, all that stuff. I've also had some ideas of pairing my break armor weapon rounds with stunning rounds, because I found that that's pretty good. I like the stun meter goes up fast. I don't know if that has to do with anything with the armor, but it seems like I'm stunning people a lot more, which is cool. I think it's better for bosses than freeze. Freeze only really works with my fragmentation rounds. Fragmentation rounds is still pretty strong though. I really like that. Let's look at my skills a little bit. So I got the 5th one. I don't know if I showed that last stream, but I got the 5th one, and no, that was on last stream. We applied the bleeding, I remember, and we decided that we didn't like the deceleration one, right? So this is my quote-unquote final for my fragmentation rounds. We might have some adjustments. We're probably going to upgrade this bleed into bleed 3, but we swapped the bleed over to the high velocity rounds because I wanted to make sure that that was getting my bleed. This is my main source for bleed, because monsters and mobs I'm not really worried about killing. I think this paired with the permafrost bolts makes it so that I'm able to clear mobs pretty quickly. The bleed doesn't really take an effect as much, but when I'm going against bosses, I think the bleed is much more important, right? So I can inflict bleed on rares and just create some distance, so it's really safe. I added the bleed 3 here for that reason. Also added the Stoicism. I took out the double barrel. Well, you can see that here. Just really wanted to focus on maximizing my damage output. So I have long shot here. And I have my Heft here as well. Heft is adding a lot more physical damage to the top end. Excuse me. You can see the number increase a lot by 1,100. Just about. Crazy number. Crazy. Right. Top end bleeding damage per second. That's what we're looking for, baby. Good stuff. Heft. Very good. All right. So let's run this last map, and then we'll call it a day. While I'm running this map, tell you a little bit about some of my PoE goals now that I've had some time. Oh, not this map. Now that I've had some time to, or since I started the series, my intention behind starting the series in the first place was just to get better at kind of talking. It doesn't even have to do anything so much with PoE as it does with just like personal growth. PoE is just something I really enjoy, and this gives me an opportunity to organize some thoughts and present my thoughts. Feel good about it, you know. It's not really for getting really popular or anything like that. I could care less if I have, you know, anybody really watch my videos. This is mostly for me. It would be nice, definitely, if people want to definitely join the community, talk and chat with me, and kind of build a community around the game. Just looking to really play the game. I enjoy the game, enjoy exploring the game. This series is called expPOE. I thought that was pretty clever. Exploring PoE, experiencing PoE. Just yeah, you know, just trying to have fun with the game and get the most out of the game. One of my goals, like I said earlier, was the 100 Divine Orbs. I think that'd be pretty cool. Just to flex, you know. Maybe I get more maybe I have such a good flow that, you know, I just get out of hand and I can start making a ton of weapons. You know, maybe give some weapons out, sell some weapons. That'd be pretty cool. I love the merchant stuff. The merchant stuff in the game is so much fun to me. Like the economy in the game and finding different economies. And the more I play the game and the more I learn about the economy, the more enjoyment I'm getting out of it. Hopefully, you know, that is a sustainable enjoyment. I don't know how much that'll go, but or what that'll turn into in the future. But right now I'm having fun, and I want to continue having fun like that. So we'll probably make this series focusing on, you know, what I've sold, what items I'm finding, the loot, because I do love the loot system. See if I can craft some items too. Right now I'm only familiar with using the Exile Orbs and, you know, oh no, that kind of stuff. Let's use this. But I do want to explore it a little more. What was that? Oh. Oh yeah, dude. The high velocity rounds is really making, really feels good now. It's freaking strong. Especially like this. Boop, boop. Yeah. High velocity rounds are feeling good. Level 65. I'm 71 here. We need to find more bigger waystones, dude. I found two waystones, but most of the waystones that we're finding are only level 1 waystones. Which is okay. I mean, I want to get like somewhere between like 2 to 3 of the other waystones before we hop into 2. Here we go. Alright, focus, focus, focus. I fought this guy. I have fought this guy before. Oh, I'm frozen. You know what I need is the charm that cannot be frozen. Oh my gosh, dude, you're strong. Oh, he's so strong. But I'm stronger! I'm stronger. Let's go. Orb of Alchemy, that's nice. Now we're at 22, I think. Awesome. We have a couple more elites here and we're good on this map. We can call it. We can call it. Yeah, continuing with what I was saying earlier with my goals. Another goal is reach 99. We're probably not going to have that 99 this season, if I'm being honest. I die a lot. Oh, that's also could be a goal. Finding everything. But that's just such a hard goal. I don't know if we'll ever do that. In a season especially, I think I would have to do some sort of a solo self-found series for that one.
Uh-huh.
Greater Stone Rune. Okay. Give me 1 second real quick. Let me close my door. Okay, almost done. Got 2 more of these and call it a wrap. Yeah, so far the bleed build isn't too terrible. I think the most recent upgrades do make it a little bit more viable. Still not as strong as I think Galvantic Shards. I think that's just a build being able to destroy the board, you know, increase the The range of your weapon to just be able to hit everything is ridiculous. Those are pretty cool, right? When I can explode things, can freeze things, make things bleed. In theory, it's fun, dude. You know? Look at that. Make these things bleed. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay. Oh, let's not get frozen here. Boom. I really like the high velocity rounds. It's so safe. Oh my god, there's so many. I thought there was only 3 more. That's fine. That is all good. Yeah, feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Frozen though. Oh my god, I hate frozen. I've gotten frozen many times and I've died many times because of frozen. So I gotta upgrade my armor or my charms. So that way I'm not getting frozen like this, dude. Holy smokes, I hate frozen. Lesser Jeweler's Orb. I think there's a rare down here, so definitely a rare down here. What the f... Can I... Here we go, he's here. There he is. Whoop. Nice. Another one down here. Let's get rid of that guy. Uh-oh, I'm frozen, I'm frozen. I hate being frozen. Alright. Shotgun, shotgun. Let's get rid of his armor. Shoot him down. Nice, nice. 4 more of these guys. Bleed and poison, get him. That's nice. If the power doesn't get him, the bleed and poison get him. I decided not to put any poison on my high velocity rounds. Just because I already have it on my fragmentation rounds, and I think just maximizing my bleed, right? Just making the damage as high as possible rather than trying to get poison on there. If I want to throw poison on there, I just shoot a shotgun. Bop, and then they get poisoned. Kind of a nice trick, I think. Nice dual way to do it. Get rid of those things. Here's right here. Boom! Dyad Crossbow. Look at that thing. I don't think I've had that before. Last one. Here we go. If I had better clear speed, I wouldn't be kiting as much, but you notice I'll kite a lot. Unless I'm just relying on my shotgun, then I'm not kiting. But if I'm using this high velocity rounds, I'm kiting a lot. But I think it's okay because it allows me to kill the rare monsters a lot faster. All right, let's file our stuff away and call it. That was a pretty good session. Let's, I don't know why it glitches like that. Removes the identify items. We'll add these to the adventure tab. We'll add this bad boy. Ooh, just need one more crossbow. It would be poetic to complete all the crossbows before I complete anything else. Gemini Surge? What is that? Converts 100%. Level 60s. It's a level 58 item. How come it's so weak though? Why did they make this item so weak? Critical hit chance, increase reload speed. Gain 2 cold surges or 2 fire surges. When you reload, triggers Gemini Surge to alternately. Oh, so it's cold and fire. Interesting. Very cool. Maybe we try it. Just throw it on our swap for fun. We'll do it on the next one. Maximum energy shield accuracy rating. I think those aren't good together. We'll throw this away. We can put this away. Flesh puppet. Put our coin away. File away some of these. Throw our jewelry away. Yeah. That was a good session. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.